Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Selenium Tech Automation. So today I am going to discuss about how we can automate Microsoft Excel operations with the help of Apache Poi. Okay, the concept called how to automate Microsoft Excel operations using Apache Poi. Okay, so before starting this tutorial, if you are new to my channel, so please subscribe to my channel Selenium Tech Automation, and also please share these videos to your friends or colleagues so that they will also learn the concepts. Okay, and also your share will helps these videos to recommend for more people from YouTube point of view. Okay, so let's get started today tutorial, that is how to automate Microsoft Excel operations using of Apache Poi. Okay, before going to automate, so first we need to understand what is Apache Poi here. Okay, what is Apache Poi, and also what are all the different kinds of classes we have to automate these Excel sheets, okay, or XLSX workbooks. Okay, so first, what is an Apache Poi here? So here Apache Poi is a open source application interface and which is used to automate Microsoft Office files such as Excel file, Word file, or etc. Okay, the help of Java programming. Okay, Apache Poi is a open source application interface which is used to automate Microsoft Office files such as Excel, X files, or Word files. So likewise we can have MS Office files, right? So those we are going to automate with the help of Apache Poi using of Java programming language. Okay, so here what is POI stands for? Okay, what is POI stands for? So here POI means poor obfuscation implementation file system. Okay, the term Apache Poi, okay, the term Apache Poi, if you consider here POI means, POI stands for poor obfuscation implementation file system. Okay, so inside this Apache Poi, so Apache Poi providing HSSF implementation to automate .xls files. Okay, to automate .xls files. Okay, Apache Poi provided HSSF implementation to automate the .xls file, and also Apache Poi provided XSSF file. Okay, and also Apache Poi provided XSSF implementation to automate .xlsx file. Okay, so here I will tell you what is this .xls. Okay, I will tell you what is this .xls file here. .xls file, and also XSF workbook means it is .xlsx file. Okay, Apache Poi provided HSSF implementation to automate this file, that is .xls file. Okay, that is .xls file, and also Apache Poi provided XSSF to automate .xlsx file. Okay, to automate .xlsx file. Okay, so this is what about HSSF workbook and XSSF workbook. So here HSSF means what? Okay, HSSF stands for horrible spreadsheet format, that is .xls file. Okay, so here what is HSSF means? Here HSSF stands for horrible spreadsheet format. The extension is here .xls file, whereas if you come to XSSF workbook means, so here XSSF stands for extensible spreadsheet format. Okay, here XSSF stands for extensible spreadsheet format and with an extension of .xlsx. Okay, so here you can see the hierarchy which is starting from workbook followed by HSSF workbook and XSSF workbook, and also we can have sheet, and also we can have row, and also we can have cell here. Okay, so here Apache Poi provided below interfaces and classes to automate the Microsoft Excel or Word files. Okay, so here Apache Poi provided following interfaces and classes to automate the Microsoft Excel Word files, right? So here workbook is an interface. Okay, so here workbook as an interface, whereas HSSF workbook and .xlsx, that is XSSF workbooks, are class names. Okay, these two are all classes and workbook is an interface. At the top of these two there is a interface that is called as workbook. Okay, so below that we have two classes. The first one is HSSF workbook and the next one is XSSF workbook. Okay, and the next one is XSSF workbook, right? So and also this HSSF workbook is a old format. Okay, this HSSF is a old format after 2007 of MS Office files. So everyone is using nowadays the file called XSSF workbook. This is the latest one of the Apache Poi file, that is XSSF workbook, that is .xlsx file. So once it is done, so here what is a sheet? So here sheet is also an interface. So inside that we have two classes. The first one is HSSF sheet and the next one is XSSF sheet, as well as row also we have, and also we can have cell as well, right? So here row also has an interface and cell is also an interface. So inside that there are two classes. The first one is HSSF row. This is a old format. The latest format is XSSF row. Whereas it comes to cell means here also we can have two different kinds of format. The first one is the old one and the latest one is the XSSF cell, that is extensible spreadsheet format cell, whereas HSSF cell means horrible spreadsheet format cell. Okay, so now to automate these workbooks I am going to show you one by one. Okay, first what I will do, I will write a script so where we can add the specified sheet into the Excel workbook. Okay, where we can add specified sheet into the Excel workbook. First let me open any Excel workbook, sorry, Excel file. Okay, first let me open an XLSX document. Okay, so here I am going to show you how we can add the specified number of sheets to this particular Excel workbook. Okay, so let me close this one and I am going to take this file. So here I am going to store. Okay, I am going to store with the name of, one second, Excel file, browse. Okay, so I am going to save this one. So inside my this PC, so inside that I have new E drive. So inside that I have tutorials. So inside that we have regression. Okay, so here I am going to store by creating one new folder. Okay, by creating one new folder called as Excel file. Okay, Excel files. Okay, so inside this Excel files I am going to store the sheet name, the XLSX workbook, what I can mention here, automation, right? Automation workbook. Okay, so now go back to your Eclipse, refresh it once. Okay, refresh your project once. So here you can see it came to here, that is XLSX. Excel files is the folder name. Inside that I stored our file that is called as automation.xlsx file. So first we will see how we can new file. So let me save this one, save Apache Poi. Okay, Apache Poi, and the desktop I am going to save. Okay, I'm going to save on desktop. Okay, so here first I am going to show you write a script. Okay, write a script to add the specified, okay, to add specified sheet into specified Excel workbook, right? So to add specified sheet into the Excel workbook. So this is the first program I am going to show you. So please watch carefully. So these are all the basic programs what I am going to tell you now, and also it will be helpful for freshers also. Okay, so during your interviews, that interviewer must and should, he will ask a question from this. The first question here is write a script to add the specified sheet into specified Excel workbook. Okay, so let me open. So now we are going to add some sheet into this XLSX workbook. Here you can see we have sheet 1 here. Okay, here you can see we have sheet 1 here. So now I am going to add one sheet with some different name I am going to mention. So first let me create a class for that one. So how we will do, I am going to show you. So inside the test I am going to create one class. Okay, I am going to create one class called as, okay, called as adding sheet Excel. Okay, adding sheet Excel, right? So I created one class here, and also, so if you want to work with this Apache Poi means, so first we need to add the recommended jar from the website, and also if you are using Maven project, you can directly add the dependency from central repository, that is Maven repository, and add the dependency inside your pom.xml file, so that it will automatically downloaded all the dependencies and it is going to store inside your .m2 folder. Okay, that is the heart of our Maven project. Okay, so here you can see I am using here the version called 4.1.1 of Apache Poi. Okay, the version called 4.1.1 of Apache Poi. So now I am going to add one sheet here. Okay, so first what we will do, I am using test engine, right? So here I added one @test annotation. So for this public void adding sheet. Okay, this is my method name, adding sheet. Okay, adding sheet. So once it is done, so now what is the first step? That is file input stream. Okay, file input stream. So what is a file input stream here? It is used for reading the data present in a file to the Java memory. Okay, so what is this file input stream here? Means this file input stream is used for reading the data present in a file to the Java memory. Okay, to the Java memory. For example, there is a file like text file or Word file or Excel file. So with the help of this file input stream, we are going to read the data present inside that file to that Java memory. Okay, so here file input stream I am taking here. So and I am going to create an object here with the help of file input stream FIS equals to new file input stream. Okay, new file input stream of, what is the path here? I am going to mention. Okay, so first let me add some throws declaration, file not found exception we will get. Okay, so here, so first let me go to one of our example, not this one. So I think okay, let me save. Okay, so I think we need to pass some path, right? So let me check for that one. So how we are taking here, we will see. Okay, so here you can see I am going to use the same line here. Okay, till here, right? So go to your class. So here I am going to paste that path. Okay, so now let me maximize this window. So here what is our folder name? So our folder name is this one, right? Excel files, right? Excel files. So Excel files is my folder name. Okay, Excel files is my folder name. And what is our file name here? Our file name is automation.xlsx file, right? Our file name is automation.xlsx file. Okay, automation.xlsx file, right? So now with the help of file input stream, we are going to read the test data present inside this Java file into some Java memory. Okay, we done with the first line. So after that, so if you go to this schema, like what I shown you, right, the hierarchy of the workbook. Okay, first we are going to start from workbook, which is an interface. Workbook means this whole XLSX file we need to consider as a workbook. Okay, this whole document we have to consider it like a workbook, right? This whole document we are going to consider like a workbook. So for that reason, what I am going to do, I am going to use one workbook interface here. Here we can see it is a interface. Okay, it is an interface. Okay, it is an interface. It is telling high level representation of a Excel workbook. This is the first object most users will construct whether they are reading or writing a workbook. It is also the top level object for creating new sheets. Okay, if we want to perform any kind of operations, this workbook is the first object. Okay, if I want to create one sheet, if I want to count number of rows, if I want to fetch some data from that particular cell, so for all those, the first object of type here is that workbook only. Okay, so here workbook is an interface. So now I am going to take this workbook. Okay, and then workbook wb equals to new XSSF workbook. Okay, this is the latest format. Okay, this is a latest format. So here we need to take which file it is. We already have one file called as automation.xlsx file. So inside that I am going to take the object reference FIS. Okay, so we need to add those declaration here, that is IO exception. Okay, input and output exception. So once this is done, we are going to create some new sheet, right? So our concept here is write a script to add the specified sheet into specified Excel workbook. Okay, for this specified workbook we are going to add one sheet. Okay, so now how we are going to mention means, so with the help of this object reference that of workbook wb dot create, you can see here create cell style, create sheet also there. Okay, so here I am going to take create sheet of string sheet name. Okay, with the help of this method we are going to mention our sheet name here, that is new sheet. I can mention here, that is new sheet. So once it is done, what is our next step? We have to file output stream, means we are going to write some data into this particular XLSX workbook. For that reason I am going to use file output stream. So what does this file output stream will do? It is used for performing the write operation on a file. Okay, this file output stream is used to perform some write operations on a particular file, that is called as .xlsx file. So now I use this file output stream with an object of fo equals to new file output stream. Okay, new file output stream of, so what is our file here? What is our file here? The same file. I am going to copy the same path for this one. Okay, file output stream I mentioned here. Okay, on the same file I am going to write, right? I mean I am going to create one sheet with the help of file output stream. Okay, after that what we need to do, we have to use wb dot write method is there, that is for write out this workbook to an output stream. Okay, so here we are going to write into that particular XLSX file, right? So for that reason we are going to take that object reference of file output stream. So once that is done, I have to close. Okay, I want to close this file after writing. Okay, so for each and every Excel operation we need to perform this close, because sometimes what it will happen, it will give you some errors, means there are some database connections and also there is some garbage collection. Because of those issues your workbook may got corrupted. Okay, sometimes. Okay, for that reason we are going to close this workbook. So once that is done, I am going to close this fis dot close as well. So once that is done, I am going to close that my file output stream also, that close. Okay, dot close. So if you are writing any test data into some XLSX file, means you should have to first close that file properly. Okay, if you open and if you are running the program, means it won't update anything to that particular XLSX document if that is open. Okay, so now we will see after executing we will see. So now let me add this class name to our testng.xml file, because with the help of testng.xml file only we are going to execute our scripts, right? So for that reason I am going to paste it here. So now with the help of testng.xml file I am going to execute my current script. Okay, and we will see whether it is working fine or not. Okay, here you can see tests run, one test run and one test got passed and failures are 0. So now we will check whether it is updated or not, means this time you will get one more new sheet, right? So one more new sheet you will get inside your XLSX workbook. So for that go to your project directory, that is tutorial. Inside tutorial under regression project, so we have Excel files. Here you can see, okay, this is our file where we just now updated the sheet here. Okay, so here you can see that new sheet is created here. Okay, so I am going to do one more run now, so we will see whether it is updating with a new sheet name or not. Okay, so this time what I am going to do, I am going to add one more sheet name called as my XLSX. Okay, this is my sheet name, that is my XLSX, and let me run it one more time and we will see. This time it is having two sheets, right? The first one is new sheet and the second one is Okay, let me open and refresh here. Okay, let me refresh and we will see the output whether it is updated or not. Okay, here we can see it got updated with the new sheet. Okay, so this is the program for to add a specified sheet into specified XLSX workbook. Okay, so now we done with this first question. Write a script to add the specified sheet into specified XLSX workbook. Okay, so then next we are going to move to what is our next program here. So now I want to interact with multiple sheet and also I want to count number of rows in a sheet. Okay, so program for interacting, okay, interacting with multiple sheets. Okay, and also I want to count number of rows. Okay, I want to count number of rows in a sheet, right? I want to count number of rows in a sheet. Okay, so this is the next question. I want to count, okay, I want to count number of rows present inside that sheet. Okay, so we are going to write that program now. Okay, so now the same steps we are going to follow. So for now I'm going to comment from this line. Okay, what is this lines will do? These lines, okay, let me comment all this. Okay, so now these lines, what does these lines will do? Reading, writing, right? Writing specified sheet into specified Excel workbook. Okay, this is a program for writing the specified sheet into specified Excel workbook. So then the next question here is how to interact with multiple sheets, and also I want to count number of sheets present in a sheet, right? So now I am going to add some test data here. Okay, so on new sheet I am going to add uh, for example technology technology name. Okay, technology name, after that and technology name and technical skills. Okay, technical skills. So inside this technology name means Selenium, after that Java, after that Python, okay, after that JSON, after that XML. Okay, so these are all the technology names, and technical skills means, okay, automation developer. For example, I am mentioning here, don't take it any other things here. Python means programming and JSON means programmer. I am mentioning here programmer, and for XML language. Okay, I added these many rows here. Okay, so the same way I am going to do it for XLSX file also. Okay, so now I am going to count how many number of rows are present inside this particular sheet. So what we are going to do, so in the same way the first line will be file input stream. Okay, the first line will be file input stream. Okay, first line will be file input stream. So inside this automation.xlsx file I have two sheets, right? So here I mentioned the workbook path here. So after that what we are going to do, so I am going to, okay, I am going to create a workbook. Okay, I am going to go through that workbook. From that workbook I am going to get the sheet. Okay, that is sheet is also an interface. Here you can see you need to take SSS user model here. Okay, user model here. So once sheet got completed, that is w worksheet. Okay, worksheet equals to, okay, worksheet equals to, inside the workbook we have this sheet, right? For that reason I am going to take here get sheet. So here you can see there are two methods to get that particular sheet. The first one is if you mention that sheet name, with the help of get sheet of string name you can achieve that one. With the help of index values also we can retrieve that particular sheet. Okay, to count number of rows or columns. Okay, this time I'm mentioning my sheet name here, that's why I am taking the parameter of string name. Okay, the first sheet name what is here, first sheet name is new sheet, right? So I'm going to count for new sheet. Okay, I'm going to take data from new sheet. So then the next sheet what we have here, that is w sheet 2. Okay, worksheet 2 equals to, so what is our second sheet here? My XLSX. Okay, that is wb dot get sheet of. Okay, so now we got the sheet names here. So once sheet names got, so what I am going to do, I am going to count the number of rows are available. Okay, so for that, what is the data type? Integer data type of int row count. Okay, int row count equals to, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to first count number of rows for first sheet, that is ws sheet, right? Okay, that is ws sheet dot get, right? ws sheet dot get last row number, sorry, w sheet dot get, no, there is some dot get, no, okay, 1 second, dot get, see, last row number, right? Get last row number. And what does this, it will return, it will return you the integer type. Okay, return type is integer, get last row number is a integer. You can see here the data type is integer. Okay, so, and also, so once this is done, I'm going to print, okay, syso of, I'm going to number of rows are available for this sheet. Okay, for this sheet, how many number of rows are there, I'm going to print, right? So once it is done, I'm going to concatenate, row count. Okay, row count. So now we got the how many number of rows are available on this particular sheet. So now I'm going to get how many number of rows are available for sheet 2 also. So for that also the lines will be the same. So here int row count, right? So int row count equals to, okay, row count equals to sheet dot, okay, my second sheet is this one, get sheet of last row number. So once this is done, I'm going to print, right? I'm going to print the same here. So now let me count for this one as well. Okay, number of rows are available for new sheet, my sheet name is new sheet, and for my XLSX, okay, my XLSX sheet. Okay, so now we can able to get from the both the sheets how many rows are available. So after that, I'm going to print this system.out.println. So what is our next step? We have to close that one. Okay, connection is open currently, we need to close. After that, fi close, sorry, fis dot close, right? Okay, so now we will see. So here, if workbook is open when program is running or not, okay, it is not going to affect your execution or your file, because we are not writing anything into the file, we are just getting the data from how many number of rows are there from that particular sheet. So this time it is not matter whether your sheet is opened or not. Okay, if you want to close also you can close, if it is opened also no problem. Okay, so now, and we will see, let me execute this program. So these are the very small basic programs I'm telling. So here you can see there are 5 sheets are available, same for 5 sheets are available for second sheet as well. So now go back to your XLSX file. Okay, now go back to your XLSX file. So here you can see the row number will always starts from 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, total number of rows are 5 here. Okay, so that index value will starts from 0 only. If it is first row means that is 0th row only. Okay, if it is second row means that is first row only. Okay, so this is how we can able to get the rows from, this is how we can, okay, this is how we can get the rows from the mentioned sheets. Okay, so now we will see, 1 second guys. Okay, so now we will see Okay, now we will see how we can count number of columns present in a row. For example, I want to count number of columns present for this particular row. Okay, so for that how we can do? So let me comment. See here, we can see now you got right how many sheets, how many rows are available on these both sheets. The first sheet here is XLSX, my XLSX, and the next one is new sheet. Okay, there are 5 columns are available. Okay, this is how we can count how many number of rows present on the multiple sheets. Okay, so then the next program here is, okay, now the next program here is, what is our next program? Okay, the next program what I am going to discuss here means counting. Okay, counting number of columns. Okay, counting number of columns in a row. Okay, counting number of columns in a row, right? Counting number of columns in a row. Okay, the next question here is how to count number of columns in a row. How to count number of columns in a row. So here also let me comment from here to till this line. Okay, I'm going to mention for this one. Okay, this is for counting number of rows. This is for counting number of rows for multiple sheets. Okay, this is for counting number of rows for multiple sheets, and this is for, okay, what is this? This is for, okay, this is for how to create a specified sheet for specified sheet in specified XLSX workbook. Okay, this program is for, okay, this program is for how to create a specified sheet in specified Excel workbook. This program is for how to count, right? How to count number of rows for multiple sheets. Okay, so now our next program is how to count number of columns present in a particular row. Okay, next program is how to count number of columns, right? Number of columns present in a row, right? So for that also, what is our first step? Our first step always will be from workbook only. Okay, from workbook only. Once if you done with your workbook, so the next one is sheet. So I am going to count number of columns present inside this sheet name, that is called as new sheet. Okay, so once that is done, so with the help of row, okay, so here we can see this row is also an interface, right? Row is also a interface. Inside the row we have these many classes. The first one is HSSF and XSSF row. So now we are using XSSF row, that is extensible spreadsheet format row. That is a updated version of Apache Poi after 2009 version. Okay, so now I am going to take this row interface, row equals to, and where is this rows are available inside this sheet, right? You can see this sheet. So here this is a workbook. Inside workbook we have one sheet name called as new sheet. Inside this sheet these rows are all available, these all rows are available, right? So for that I'm going to take this reference w sheet dot get row. Okay, get row of 0. For example, I mentioned here for 0th row how many columns are available. Okay, so now here int column, okay, here int column count equals to, int column count equals to, how we can get the cell? With the help of row reference get last cell num is a method. Okay, with the help of get last cell num, with the help of get last cell num, we can able to get how many columns are available on this particular row. Okay, I'm going to count for the first row how many columns are available. So that's why I mentioned here get row of 0. Okay, because the row always will starts from 0, whereas column will always starts from 1, right? So now we got this get last cell number and sysO statement of number of columns. Okay, number of columns for new sheet. Okay, new sheet. So then column count. It's very simple, right? So this is how we can count how many number of columns are available. So after that, close this workbook. Okay, so now we will see. So there are two columns are available, and let me execute, and it will print you how many columns are available. So now you can see here number of columns for a new sheet. There are two columns are available, right? There are two columns are available. The first column is this one, the next column is this one. Okay, this is how we can count the number of columns present inside a particular row on a particular sheet. Okay, so then I am going to read some data from the XML, from Excel. Okay, so I am going to read some data from Excel document. Okay, so now what I am going to do, reading data from Excel. So now we completed 3 questions from XLSX file. So then the next question is, okay, next question is reading data from Excel. Okay, reading data from Excel. So how we can read, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to show you now. Okay, so this is for how to count number of columns, right? So in the same way I'm going to read. Okay, I'm going to read how to read data from Excel. Okay, how to read data from Excel, right? So what is our first step? Our first step will be file input stream till here, and also the sheet name, and also on which row you are going to read the data. Okay, so here I'm going to mention the same lines here. So on this particular sheet, that is new sheet, on this particular first row, that is 0th row. Okay, so 0th row I am going to count. Okay, so now we got this one, row equals to get row of 0. Okay, so now cell, right? So here cell is also an interface. Okay, cell is also an interface. So that one cell, first cell equals to row dot get row of, okay, row dot get cell. Okay, we already mentioned, right? Get cell value. Okay, int cell number row of get cell of int cell number is 0th cell, what is I am going to get, right? On the first 0th row 0th cell I am going to get now. So in the same way, cell second cell equals to row dot get cell of 1. Okay, get cell of 1. So once that is done, string uh, first name, for example first name. Okay, c1 dot, I mean first cell dot get string cell value, which returns a string value, right? With the help of this get string cell value, we are going to get data present inside that particular cell, that is 0, right? So now in the same way I am going to take one more string for second column. I can mention here first column, first column, and this is for second column, right? This is for second column. So how we can do here, that is second cell dot get string cell value. Okay, get string cell value. After that I am going to print system.out.println. okay, system.out.println first column. Okay, first column after that second column, right? Second column. So once that is done, I am going to close wb dot close. Once it is done, fis dot close. Okay, so now I am going to print, right? I am going to read the data from here, that is from 0th row, what is the first cell and what is the column name for second cell. Okay, so now I am going to print. Okay, I am going to print. Okay, so let me execute this program and we will see. what will be the output. So here you can see for the first 0th row 0th column, this is the technology name, as you can see here, technology name, and the next one is technical skills. Okay, the next one is technical skills, the same here we can find, right? So this is how we can read the test data from Excel. So these are all the simple programs I am telling for interview purpose. I am telling about all these small concepts. Okay, how we can read from Excel, how we can count number of rows, how we can count number of columns, and also how we can read the cell data from the particular mentioned row. Okay, so next what we are going to do, our next program is about how to read the entire data present in that particular new sheet. Okay, this time I want to read the whole data from that particular sheet. How we can read, I am going to show you. Okay, so again I'm going to, so if you want, for example, if you want to read, okay, get row of 1, if you want to read for row number 1, so what will be the output we will see now. Okay, so this time it will go to the first row. So here you can see Selenium and automation, right? Here you can see Selenium and automation, this is for first row. So likewise, if you want to go for the third row also, you can just come and change your row number here. For example, row number 4, what will be the output we will see. I think that is the last row number, 0 1 2 3 4, that is JSON programmer. Okay, it will print you JSON and programmer. Here we can see JSON and programmer. Okay, this is how we can read that particular data from that particular mentioned row cell value. Okay, so next what I am going to do, I am going to read the entire data present inside that Excel. Okay, this time I want to read the whole test data present inside this sheet, that is called as new sheet, right? That is called as new sheet. So how we can do, so first we need to use some for loop here. Okay, so now let me copy again the same lines still here. So I'm going to count number of rows after this. So how we can count, so int row count equals to double sheet dot, okay, w sheet dot get last row. So how we can get the last row number, with the help of get last row number, where all these rows are present inside that particular sheet. What is our sheet name called? New sheet, right? So once if we got the last row number, I am going to use for loop here to iterate throughout all these rows. Okay, how many rows are available, it will iterate up to those many rows. Once if any rows got incremented, that condition is going to be fail. During that time it is coming outside from that for loop. Okay, for int I equals to, I want to count it from 1. Okay, I less than or equals to row count. Okay, I less than or equals to row count. So then I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus. So now I'm going to take row, reference is row equals to, where is this rows present, w sheet dot get row of ith row. I want to take for ith row. Okay, for example, first row, what is the cell data. So likewise I want to, if it I will become, it will go to the second row, what is the cell data. So likewise I want. So now this is for row. So now I am going to take for cell, first cell, right? That is for first cell equals to, how we can get, with the help of row reference dot get string cell value, sorry, get cell of 1, right? Get cell of, what is our cell number here, that is of 0th cell, what is the data. And in the same way I am going to take for second cell as well, that is row dot get cell of 1, right? Get cell of 1. So once this step got completed, I am going to perform the same here. Okay, I am going to perform the same here, like the same how we did up, right? So in the same way I am going to mention here as well. Okay, so here first cell and second cell get string cell value. Okay, so now I am going to print sysO statement of first column. Okay, first column concatenate space. Okay, after that concatenate second column, right? So now I am going to close this workbook, that is workbook dot close, sorry, that is workbook dot close. After that fis dot close. Okay, so now let me execute and we will see this time how it will print. Okay, here you can see now I can able to print all the rows present inside this particular sheet, the sheet name called new sheet. Okay, so from first row I am taking, that's why it is counting from here. Actually it is the row number 2, but from Apache Poi concept the row number will always starting from 0th index. So if I mention here the 0, it will start from that header part also. Okay, I am going to mention here 0. Okay, 0 if I mention, we will see what will be the output. Okay, now let me execute this program. So this time you will get the whole like technology name also. Okay, so here we can see technology name technical skills. Okay, so now I want to, okay, so this is a program for reading the test data present inside the Excel. Okay, reading the data from Excel sheet. So this time I want to write some data into Excel sheet. So how we can write, we will see. Okay, how we can write, we will see it now. How to write, right? How to write data into Excel sheet. This time I am going to write some test data into this particular workbook. Okay, how to write data into Excel sheet. So now this program is for read the test Excel test data, right? This program is for Excel reading the Excel test data. So now go back to your, okay, now go back to here and comment, and now I am going to write program for writing data into Excel sheet. Okay, program for writing data into Excel sheet. So here also the same lines we need to take, that is from here till sheet. Okay, from here till sheet I am going to take, okay, sheet of new sheet. Okay, so now what is our next line here? So now let me press enter so that it will be easy to have a look. Okay, so now sheet. So now I'm going to use row. I'm going to write some data into particular row, right? So for that row equals to, where is this row got present inside the sheet, wsc dot get, okay, get row of 1, for example get row of 1 cell equals to cell equals to, where is the cell got located, under rows, right? Row dot create cell of 3. I am mentioning create cell of 3 because we already have second column there, so that's why I'm mentioning here 3. So now with the help of cell reference I'm going to set some value, right? Set cell value. Okay, set cell value. So I'm going to set cell value with the return type of string, that is pass. For example, I'm going to write that particular third column with a string called as pass. Okay, so in the same way I'm going to mention it for one more row. Okay, I'm going to mention it one more row. This time I'm taking second row. Okay, second row dot get cell and fourth cell. Okay, fourth cell I'm going to update here. Okay, fourth cell. So let me change it to fail. So here it will become 4. On the same row only I'm going to update this one. Okay, on the first row. Okay, on the first row third cell, on the second row, on the first row third cell, and second row third cell only I can create. Okay, so now we are going to update a test data, like we are going to write some test data on the first row third cell, and that is as pass. Okay, we are going to write some test data as pass on the first row third column. So for the second row I am going to mention for the same column, that is third row, as fail. Okay, once it is done, so we are going to mention file output stream fo equals to new file output stream, right? New file output stream of the same file I am going to take, right? So the same file I am going to write the test data. Okay, so once it is done, I am going to, what we are going to do, if we are doing write operation means wb dot write of fo, we need to close that workbook first. After that we need to close that file input stream as well, dot close. Okay, once this is done, we are going to close that file output stream also, that is fo dot close. Okay, so now we will see, you can see here we don't have any third column here for first row. Okay, and also for fourth column. Okay, this time we will see where it is going to update. Okay, on the same row only I can, on the first row only I am going to update first row third cell, first row fourth cell I will mention here, and we will see. So now let me close this one. Here you can see we don't have any third cell and fourth cell, right? So now let me execute this program and we will see the output. Okay, so now let me execute and we will see the output. It got passed here, and now go back and open your Excel workbook. Sorry, so here you can see we updated on the first row of fourth column, right? See here you can see we mentioned the same here, first row of third cell and first row of fourth cell. This is the first row of third cell, first row of fourth cell, because 0 1 2 3 4. Okay, 0 and 1. For example, this is a 0th column, 0th row. Okay, 0th column first row, that is first row of 1 2 3. Okay, so now I am going to update on 0th row, second and third. Okay, 0th row I am going to update on 0th row, second and third. Okay, third row, I mean third cell. So now we will see, let me close this one. Okay, so it got updated here. Let me open, you can see here it is updating here, means 0th row second column, 0th row third column, the same we mentioned here as well, 0th row third column. Okay, so our next example will be how we can fill, okay, how we can fill these cells with some different colors. For example, if it is pass, I want to mention it as a green. If it is failing, I want to mention it as red color, right? So how we can do, we will see. Okay, so now the same code. Okay, now we discussed about this one, how to write data into Excel sheet. So now I am going to how to fill, right? How to fill cells with colors. Okay, how to fill cells with colors. Okay, this is our next program. Okay, this is our next program. Okay, so these are very basic important questions to understand before going for big Excel file operations. Okay, these are the very small programs. So first, if we are good at these programs, so then it will be easy for you to go and automate the big Excel operations like hash maps, how we can compare like key and value from the Excel documents, how we can loop through all over the rows, and also how we are going to compare from the UI values with the Excel values. Okay, during that time, so these basics will help you a lot. Okay, so next what we are going to see, so next I am going to tell you how to fill, sorry, program for filling the cells with colors. Okay, filling the cells with colors. Okay, so colors, right? Okay, so now this program is for filling the colors with cells. So what we are going to do, the same steps we have to follow for each and every Excel 6 file operation. The first steps will be the same only. First we are going to take this one till here. Okay, so till here, till sheet we are going to take. Okay, so this is the first step we need to do. First we got that workbook. Inside that workbook we have this particular sheet name called as new sheet. So in the same way we have already on which row we are going to do. I want to get that row as well, sheet row, and also I am going to take the cell as well, and also set cell value pass. Okay, so till here everything is the same only. Okay, till here everything is the same only, but this time I am going to mention 0 1 2 3 4 5 sixth row. Okay, sixth row second column, right? Sixth row second column I am going to update as pass, and I am going to fill with some color as we discussed now. Okay, so now I am going to use one class called cell style. Okay, cell style 1. Okay, style 1 equals to wb dot create cell style. Okay, create cell style. Okay, so once this is done, style 1 dot set fill. Okay, set fill foreground color. Okay, set fill foreground color, that is indexed, right? Indexed, you can see here indexed colors dot green dot get index. Okay, this is the method for applying the foreground color for that particular cell. So once this is done, so in the same way with the help of style 1 dot set fill pattern is there. Okay, it is going to fill for the whole cell. Okay, fill pattern, that is cell style, right? Where is the cell style is missing here? Cell style is not there. Wait a second. So let me check for other method which is available or not. Cell fill pattern setting to one fills the cell with foreground color. No idea about other values. Okay, set fill pattern of set style, right? Cell style dot. Okay, so this time I am going to take style 1 dot. Okay, solid is there? No, it is not there. Cell style, cell format, no, so it is missing. I think in the latest version that option it is not available there. Anyway, we will see by skipping this one, so I'm not going to do this one now. So after that cell dot set cell cell dot set cell style, right? Set cell style of style 1 we will see. So once this line got completed, I am going to take the same line for file output stream, because we are writing the test data, right? So that's why it is mandatory to use file output stream here. Okay, file output stream FOS new file output stream So once it is done, so what is our next step? We are going to write, right? We are going to write of file output stream. Once this is done, after wb dot close, okay, wb dot close, fis dot close, okay, fis dot close and fos dot close. Okay, so now what we are going to do, because I expected some more things to do here, but unfortunately I am not getting the remaining methods while doing control space, so that's why I stopped here only. So now what we are going to do, for row number 6, for the cell number 2, we are going to add some color green, the foreground color. Okay, so now let me close this one. Cell number 6 means it will come at 7th row here. Okay, so now let me execute this program and we will see. Okay, so now go back to your Excel document and open here where it got entered. I think it is not entering, but it entered the 4 color here. If you can observe here properly, it got entered here. Okay, I think it got entered, but it is not showing us. Okay, so let me go to here. Error it is telling, so we'll see. Because row is a null point exception, because row is null, row dot create cell of int because row is null. Okay, because there was no row available here. Okay, so now I am going to add Selenium tech automation. Okay, so this time it will work, it seems. Selenium tech I added because that row is not available there, so that's why it is telling row is null, only 6 rows are available. Okay, now okay, it got executed successfully this time, because I updated one more row, that is last row number. So and we will see whether it updated the color or not. Okay, so here you can observe properly. Okay, if you can observe here, it entered the pass here, but we are not able to find the color here. If you go to here, it is telling some color here, right? It is telling red color. Okay, so it is telling some green color, it is hard to find. Okay, so this is how we can apply colors also for all our XLSX cells on a particular row. Okay, this is a program to do that one. Okay, so actually I want to fill the whole cell with green color, but I'm not able to find some extra methods here. Okay, set fill pattern method is there, but I'm not getting that one. And let me try it one more time. Style 1 dot 1 second guys, I will try. Style 1 dot set background color we can use. We will see set background color and we will see. Okay, so this one I can take as blue. Okay, outline will be blue and background will be green. So I'm going to update it for this row. This time it is automation Selenium. Okay, automation Selenium, right? Automation Selenium and for second cell. Okay, this time it will update here and we will see. So let me close this and let me execute. I think it is updated or what? It is not updated, so I want to add it for get row of 7, right? Get row of, so where it updated? No, it is already updated, right? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, I can mention here 7. Okay, get row of 7. So this time it will update here for second column. Okay, so now let me execute and we will see. It got passed and okay, so anyway it is not showing here, but the intention of this color setting means I want to fill the whole cell in, with some background color as green color. Okay, so for that we have already one method here, but I don't know, it is not working now, or they removed that set fill pattern. I guess set fill pattern of what is expecting cell style. Cell style means this one only, right? Okay, we'll see it one more time. Cell style dot solid, okay, dot foreground, dot foreground. Solid cannot be resolved to a variable. Okay, no problem. So this is how we can work with all our Excel documents. Okay, set fill background color of this one. Okay, so far we discussed about what is Apache Poi and also how we can automate like read and write operation, how we are going to perform read and write operations on XLSX document with the help of Apache Poi, and what is Apache Poi and what is a workbook, how many kinds of workbook we have, inside that workbook how many classes we can have, and also how many interfaces we can have. So just now we discussed about all these concept. So and also I discussed about these many programs. The first program is write a script to add the specified sheet into Excel workbook, program for interacting with multiple sheets, and also I want to count number of sheets in a rows in a sheet, and also I want to count number of columns in a row, and also I want to read the whole data from Excel document, and also how we can write some data into Excel sheet, and also how to fill cells with colors. Okay, so these are all the programs just now we discussed. Okay, so these are all very important, and also these are also very important for freshers as well. So while they are going for interviews, and also for experienced guys also, these are all very important programs. These are all the basic programs before going to automate or to perform big Excel operations. Okay, so that's all it for now, guys. So I hope you people will like this video, and also please share this video to your friends or colleagues so that they will also learn about this concept, and also your share will helps this video to recommend for more people from YouTube point of view. And also if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this from both manual and automation testing concepts. Okay, so that's all it for now, guys. So I hope everyone doing great. So thank you so much, and also we will connect with our next video in our upcoming videos. Okay, so until then, take care everyone, have a nice day. Signing off, Selenium Tech Automation. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.